This just in. A ninth grader has created a very inspirational documentary about Canada's Arctic sovereignty and why we should protect it. Beware before watching this video, because this will blow your minds. Let's take a look at the video.
The Arctic was once a place rich with ice caps and polar bears, but now the ice caps are melting due to global warming. This has sparked great interest to many countries as the Arctic is now a gold mine. Russia, Canada, Denmark, USA and Norway are all trying to claim as many parts of the Arctic as possible as there are. Due to the melting of the ice caps, the Arctic has become a region where ships can travel shorter distances to arrive at certain destinations. This is a key factor when it comes to import and export for the countries who own parts of the Arctic. There are many natural resources in the Arctic which many of the countries would like to claim. One of the main being oil. There are two perspectives to this issue. The government claims that we can take advantage of many of the natural resources in the Arctic so we can strengthen our economy. Inuits will also be treated with the current right if we protect the Arctic. Many Canadians think otherwise. Canadians claim that protecting the Arctic will cost a lot of money which will increase our taxes if we are not paying enough of our hard-earned cash to those idiots who are running our country. Yeah, I am looking at you, Justin Trudeau. Sorry, got a bit off topic there. We should highly care about this issue. The Arctic can make our economy significantly stronger so we Canadians can get the Canadian dollar over the US dollar. The Arctic contains 25% of the world's oil and natural gas reserves, making the Arctic the highest undiscovered oil and natural gas reserve. If we don't protect the Arctic, the Inuits will lose their land where they do their religious activities on. As if their lives aren't terrible enough. The Arctic also contains massive amounts of fresh water, which is the reason why Canada has the highest amount of fresh water. This could become very important in the future because all the other countries will have polluted the fresh water, so they will need to buy it off of Canada. If we defend the Arctic, we can get new research facilities. This can make Canada more advanced and more involved in research. A disadvantage to protecting the Arctic is that it costs billions of dollars to protect. Now the main question is, how can we protect the Arctic? Some solutions can be to have a stronger military presence in the Arctic when other countries try to claim parts of our Arctic as theirs. The military can be there to stop them from taking our territory. Another solution can be to have a satellite on 24-hour surveillance of the Arctic. The satellite would be able to spot any countries trying to sneak into our Arctic and claim it as theirs. We can also strengthen our technology in the Arctic. We can create a device which can spot any submarines underwater, so they won't secretly place the flag on our Arctic to claim it as theirs. We humans can get involved by donating money to support this mission. The money will help out to buy many of these expensive pieces of technology and will also support the military. Canada is currently increasing military presence in the Arctic, so we can protect it and keep it as part of our country.
Here is a short clip on this issue of the Arctic.
A frozen stretch of the Arctic Ocean. At the top of the world, the natural beauty seems to go on forever. It may seem idyllic and peaceful, but the Arctic is under siege as never before. The Russians send submarines deep below the North Pole.
There are a lot of ships up here.
The Americans dispatch surveillance planes to monitor new threats in the north. Even tiny Denmark deploys sophisticated new ships to the coasts of Greenland. And now Canada is forced to scramble to defend territories it has long taken for granted. It's all because global warming is turning the far north into a commercial hotspot. Beneath the rapidly melting ice lies much of the world's undiscovered oil and gas reserves. Some experts call it an opportunity. Others are worried. As countries race to chart their Arctic claims under the looming deadline of an international treaty, it's a battle for the Arctic, with much at stake for Canada, for the Arctic nations, and some say, for all the world.
It is very important for Canada to protect its Arctic as it will be very crucial in the future for economic, social, industrial reasons. Thank you for tuning in and for listening to this wonderful or not so wonderful documentary in your opinion.